everybody hating on it.
Well, I don't think that every a great Tuesday afternoon. I don't think
Oh,
that one of
back
the
up
things,
on this thing.
um, one of the things that it was kind of a trippy conversation that we were
By the
having.
way, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing?
A great Tuesday. We were having a conversation before, and I was going like, Sam, let's wait till the show and let's just talk about those topics when they come on. And then I go like, what I really wanted to talk to you about was just, and they go, oh, okay, well now the minor thing. And we're like, bitch, what part of let's wait till the show starts for us to talk about that kind of crap, so that it'll be at the moment, at the spur of the moment. No, what I was getting at was well, the private conversation that we were supposed to have, which had nothing to do with local politics, was the uh, getting money from Facebook. And I was
Oh,
trying to tell Sam, like, I had a conversation with someone today, and I said, hey, if I'm going to start making all this damn money from Facebook, be doing okay. And one of the things that I think we were talking about beforehand is, look, that there's not a lot of science in regards to what we do. All we try to do is just keep everyone in the community aware of what's going on. But
you know what's crazy, man? That in Dallas, some lady started like that with like the whole. They were kind of she was kind of just reporting the news and stuff. And now, ever since I guess it's become started getting monetized, she's the one literally out there, like getting all the murders and crashes and everything, and she's getting more hits and everything. It's crazy, but
it is. But that, and let me tell you, some time back, I had mentioned to people because when I started doing the page, other people like in other cities were saying that that's well, can we do the same thing? And I said, yeah, man. And can we use the name? I go like, yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter. That's going back into the adding the watermark.
trademark.
Yeah, to adding the watermarks to the picture. I go like, you know, more power to people. All I want is for more individuals to be aware. So, and it was at a point that I really truly believe that every city in the valley, every city everywhere should have like an Erasmo Castro. I think Laredo has like La Gorda or something. I can't remember what that name of that chick is.
Something like that.
Something like that. And I'm not trying, and nothing against Las Gordas, and nothing against Las Gorditas or anything. But that's La Gorda Loca. I think her name is or
Oh
something,
yeah,
right?
but like yeah, I barely vaguely remember her, but yeah, it's something like
Something
that.
like that. And Dallas, Sam is making mention that Dallas has someone like that as well. Uh, yeah, we're going to get to the Flores campaign, Peter. I promise you. We're going to get there. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
If you want to see the that one is like smash the topic, something like that.
Good
But it's like
evening.
DA topic,
Yeah, I
but
promise
you
you,
just
Peter.
see all the murders and
Yeah, I
crashes.
promise, Peter. We're going to go get back to that comment. I promise you. Let's just get all the little pleasantries out of the way to let more people come in, and then yeah, that's one of the things that I promise you we're going to talk about. Because again, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. If you're out there shoveling some manure, we're going to make sure that we talk about it. But going back, I really hope that every city out there has a means, an avenue, someone that they can actually go out there to a sound mind, go out there to, and share information. Again, what I and a lot of folks in the years that I've been doing this, a lot of folks wanted to do the copycat thing. They wanted to do the Erasmo thing, and when when they had conversations with me, I said like, don't do the Erasmo thing, do your own thing, because the Erasmo thing works for Erasmo. It doesn't not
You
necessarily.
gotta give it your own twist.
It's not going to work for everyone. You just have to go out there.
Like when I mentioned a while back, this should be like you should do like a live like show, but walk. You know how they do it like in those vines or whatever when they're walking through places,
Yeah.
like through the mall, and just
Well,
getting people's answers. But
yeah,
that would just be like a short clip, not like a show.
yeah, that just takes a lot of time, and it would mean that I'd have to
Yeah.
go.
You're just saying you're too old for this.
I would have to go places. I would have to
Yeah.
I have to go mingle with people. And I don't want to do that too much. And again, I love
Yeah.
folks. I went to the movies today.
I've heard.
Huh?
I heard.
Yeah, I know. I was going like, me invitó al cine. I go like, you didn't mention I bought you popcorn, woman. I actually bought popcorn. But You know, I
You're
don't,
like, put that in there.
I don't like to go out too much. I like to stay out, secluded by myself. I'm not antisocial. Hey, Kevin, I'm not antisocial. I took some pictures with some folks today, and I love,
There is a name though for like those hybrid ones. You're like antisocial, but you also like to mingle. There is a word for it. You're like in the middle. There is a word.
I'm in that gray area.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the gray in my hair, but but I like it. I just don't want to do too much. But what I've been doing has been working because individuals trust that they can send me information, and I'm going to keep it anonymous, and I'll share it out there. Some people get mad that I share stuff. I don't even read a lot of the stuff that I share. Like today, I shared a post about something about dropping off kids in the bus barn, and didn't read it, and so I don't know what exactly is out there. But I appreciate that people have that trust that they'll be able to, reach out and share. That's why it works. All I do, folks, and again, don't shoot the messenger. All I do is copy paste. And one of the other things that I get a lot of heat from, they go like, "Well, that's what who put up this post?" I go like, "I don't know." Well, can you find out? And we're like, "That's going to take time." Because I get a lot of messages. So, and I've got like 1,000 pages out there. So I have to go through each one trying to find out who sent me a dog picture or a cat picture. And it's hell and a half. I don't want to do that. I want my life as simple as possible. But I'm very proud that there's different pages out there that are sharing information because every city, every community should have an Erasmo Castro of sorts, their own version of Erasmo Castro, but they should have their Erasmo Castros. Someone asked me today, I said, Erasmo, how, what is the, how do you, work the post? Well, first of all, I don't read everything that I post. Second of all, I've stopped commenting. And, I try to comment a little bit, but what happens is you comment and you say something like, man, you're stupid. And then you get thrown in Facebook jail because you're bullying or harassing and stuff like that. So I stopped calling out people, you know, uh, on Facebook. 'Cause I don't want to. I don't want to get blocked. I don't want to get thrown in jail. And with this thing that's going on with a lot of conservatives out there, like what happened to Trump, that they're up your butt crack, guys. If you are out there fighting the system, they're going to be up your butt crack. And I had a conversation with Roman. I think it was this morning in regards to that I'm waiting for the district attorney, law enforcement to come knocking on my door for something or other, you know, because it's what they do. They like to harass.
Ya que no lo hicieron con las otras cosas que you brought up.
Well, it was too late. I think
Like you brought up so many like people and stuff like that, and they didn't do a single thing. But when it comes to Castro, you
they have
bet you're
to.
dying. They're gonna be knocking.
Yeah. So again, it's just a sad situation. But again, that's one of the other things that again, because a lot of people give me crap and a half. I go like, I put my name. I put
Yeah.
my name and I put my face to everything that I post. So at the end of the day, I'm responsible. That is why at times, like when we had a situation, well, a situation, but when Roman went all like, like you know,
Cuando
and anti-gay and stuff, I had I came out and I apologized to people because uh, again, we do not share the same beliefs. We don't have to, guys. And again, nothing against Roman, but again, anyone and everyone out there has a right to believe and think or and preach whatever they want to. I opt to have a different opinion in regards to a lot of things that a lot of people go out there and say. And when asked, I will give you my opinion. Let me see. Good evening, gentlemen. Mr. Cheese, I feel so sad that the food trucks that were selling along Dana have been shut down. It gave the area such life in the evenings. Hardworking people sad. What?
so the county can go and shut them down, but the county cannot go and fix the street. That is wonderful, Mister Trevino.
Well, it's horrible, man. And I agree. Let me tell you, one of the things that I've always gone out there and fought is when they want to go out there and shut down, like los eloteros or the people selling
Like,
wrap.
what are you requiring from them? Like a food handler's permit or food permit?
I guess or something. But you know what? let them sell their damn corn. I
Mm.
told one of the guys that parks over here on International. I don't know if you've seen the guy. The guy's always got business, bro. It's right there where that cricket shop is at, right off the expressway in front of the Exxon. The guy that gets there makes some good elotes, and a lot of people think, just throw the elotes in a steamer and you got elotes. It takes a little bit of talent.
Yeah, they're not all of them taste the same.
No. And once you find a good elotero, you want that elotero
You
there.
stick to
Fuck yeah. And let me tell you, I know some people that would travel all the way from Alton Glore to come visit this elotero because he had some good stuff. And
yeah,
once you find your elotero,
because you gotta have your good mayo, your good cheese,
everything.
your good chilito on top.
Yeah, I like
You don't
chicken.
cannot just get your random Dollar Tree mayo or whatever.
It's got to be. The other thing that I tried the other day is amazing. I can't
El
remember.
queso del puente.
No, not that one. That one's poor. I don't know why people are out there buying. Look, it's 103 degrees, probably 110 degrees on the street level, guys. And you're going to be buying queso en el puente from someone that has it in buckets. Yeah, it's not the smartest thing to do. Do not buy queso from people that are selling it out in the heat. It's just not a good thing. No, but I have this uh, chile that I bought from my different trips. I have like a mess load of crap there right there, but
Hmm.
it's chile de árbol como en un vinagre. I think it's
Oh,
chile cascabel or something. Anyway, uh, some delicious, delicious as the chile that has this little vinagre sauce. It's just delicious. I actually had some with
so it's
arandano.
a dried up pepper on
Yeah,
and vinegar.
yeah. You
Wow.
know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
You know what it is?
chile de árbol. Yeah, and
It's
it's a dried up red one.
yeah, it's like chile flakes.
Yeah.
This one is salsa con sabor artesanal. And this one I think I brought back from Oaxaca. And let me tell you, this is the sabor a café. And what it has, besides all, and look at all that, you see all that grease in there?
Yeah. Oil.
Huh?
Oil.
Yeah, oil. But besides that, it's got coffee in there. Let me tell you, this thing's delicious, man.
It's like in those Asian places when you ask for the hot oil, it has like oil with peppers and everything.
well, I like that. Rubbed it all over me. This one is one that I want to taste. This one I got in Puerto Vallarta. It's
What's
called
that?
salsa artesanal pícara, chile, habanero, mango y pepita. That I want to try. I just haven't had the right thing to try it out with. But delicious. It's just some great stuff. I don't know if you ever tried it, Sam. Elotes enteros o en vaso y le echas un tantito de ese. My God, it burns the crap out of your mouth, and then after it's exiting.
Like, have you tried those spicy jams?
Yes, yeah,
Those are good.
Serendipity. There's a local vendor here called Serendipity that makes some amazing jams, habanero jams, jalapeno jams, great stuff. But this thing on elote, delicious, man, delicious. And I just haven't had the opportunity. But if anyone out there
I'll
knows,
give it a try once a friend of mine gives me a jar.
like to see who that friend is. No, come back. I actually have a couple of them. I think I gave one. I think I gave one. I can't remember who I gave one to last. But anyway, if anybody else wants to try them, stop by, bring your stuff. We'll eat together. I mean, I don't mind people coming over to eat in my office. Good eating, good eating, good eating, good eat. Let's see. I think Maggie Cooper went to another show. No, Maggie is, she's on hiatus. She is on sabbatical. She's out there as they're doing some research. So hopefully, she'll be back soon, and share
Enjoy a good summer.
away from Sam.
Yes.
Word on the street is not from Fox News. Is that Trump took classified documents that he wasn't supposed to take? It's a federal crime. I don't care. First of all, let me say my first opinion, and we'll go back to your. I think I'm more concerned with your other comment than this one. I don't care. You know, he took documents. I don't care. I think it's just being blown out of proportion. Look at, and again, I'm not going to
How
do.
would okay? But he's already been out for a couple of months. Why
Uh,
is it they're barely getting to it?
well, supposedly they were in talks and negotiations and saying, hey, let's make sure that all the documents that anything that Trump took is going to be okay. And Trump being Trump probably said like, well, I'll do it in my own time. Again, that's fine. I don't care. Now, look, my stance when we first learned about it, I think it was Monday, yesterday. I don't remember. I don't care. I said, if anyone, no one is above the law. If anyone did anything that they shouldn't have done, more power to them. I don't want anyone to get a pass. If Trump broke the law, needs to pay. He needs his day in court. Let's go through the whole process. I don't care. But at the end of the day, I don't care. And look, and this is going to sound like Fox News talking points. And again, I don't care. Did they ever prosecute Hillary? I mean, everyone knows she went out there and purposely destroyed
They need the what was it like 16,000 emails?
30,000, 30 at least
30,000.
emails, guys. Purposely destroyed. There's no doubt about that. And
Have
then
they found that other laptop from
no, they never found
Hunter?
that other computer. They acid washed, some hard drives. Again, guys,
Like for them to do an acid wash, it's like critical
yeah,
stuff, like
first of all,
endangering stuff.
I don't care about Hillary. I don't care about Trump. Hillary should have answered to law enforcement in regards to the emails. Again, they didn't. Hunter Biden's laptop has produced a bunch of crap and a half. And again, I'm not trying to do the talking points. What I'm trying to get is I don't care. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about his emails. I don't care about whatever. It's now supposedly that there was in the toilet paper some papers that he tried to cut up and throw in. I don't care. I care more about my PUB bill. I care more about my food that I have to go out there and buy or get, and now it's more expensive. That's the kind of stuff that I want to deal with. I want to deal with the bus stops here where we don't have them, where people are sitting on them. That's what I want to deal with. Why are y'all so obsessed with Trump? Why? I don't care. I care about
You
community.
want to deal with stuff that is more directly involved
Yeah,
with people from the city,
yeah,
not with stuff that eventually will be trickled down all the way down here, but
yeah.
not at the moment.
Because at the end of the day, and look, Sam, at the end of the day, let's say Trump took classified documents or documents you shouldn't have taken. Does that put an extra plate of food on your table?
Like what were the effects of it? That's what you're trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's not gonna
I,
change anything.
nothing. Does it benefit your life? Does it hurt your life, Sam? And the answer is no,
Nope.
it doesn't. So look, guys, again, I'm not trying to be because again, I know Mr. Vega got upset with me the other day. I just don't care. But we spend so much energy and so much time hating Trump that we've forgotten to see what really is poking our eye.
The main purpose.
The main reason why we should be uniting, guys, and the crooks that are here. And like I mentioned, to Mr. Vega and to other people, guys, I don't see people out there posting against Joey Lopez, Carlos, Eddie Trevino, and all these other craps out there that are truly Trey Mendez that are really hurting you. And let me say one of the things that I've been noticing is there's been a drastic change out there in the community, guys, because now I see a lot more people using the same talking points that we're sharing, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the 135 million more out there. People are pissed. People are pissed, and they're not pissed because of Trump. You know,
Yeah,
they're
they're actually pissed off because of the money, the prices of the bills. The bills actually going higher. But I would understand 5%, 10 at most. But some people are paying 50% more on their bills.
some people are up to 100% increase them, and that's unfortunate. And again, look, Peter, and everybody else that's going to come out and all Trump. Look, guys, my concern, my concern is the people that can't afford medicine on a fixed income are struggling right now at a local level. That's what my concern is. You know, I don't have time. And let me say, guys, I've stated this, and look, and I would joke around a lot about it because the Clintons over there, you know, killing everybody that opposed them, and and then saying that they committed suicide, you know, and I joke around about that a lot because I truly believe that the Clintons are a little bit on the evil side, a lot on the evil side. That's just my opinion. But I'm more concerned with the two suicides, quote unquote suicides here at BISD. El queso está fresco, nomás pídenlo queso con chorizo por y unas tortillas. Damn, Sam, chugging them cores really fast. Chug, 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 chug.
Yeah. Fuera bueno is the Diet Pepsi.
Habanero or pronounced habanero? Habanero, you're correct.
I
Hater.
didn't want to say anything because, God forbid, you could start correcting my Spanish.
Es que I'm gringo, Alberto. Good evening, you two. It's just me, or is Sam looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Which one? That way? Ah.
I hope.
Not Arnold from the cartoon.
Or from Arnold from What's Happening?
I
You
don't
remember that
recall
one?
that one.
No, different strokes, different strokes.
Menos.
No, different strokes. I hope the prosecuting attorney against Trump is like our clown Louis Saenz, so he can use whose prosecutorial discretion. Yeah, use his prosecutorial discretion. Yeah, it's a joke. As president, Trump has the right to declassify anything he wants. Democrats are just fishing for anything they can get. This shows how actually cheats election. Uh, and look, and again, this is what is concerning to me. One of the things that Trump went out there and said that I agree with, folks. Let me tell you, one of the things that Trump went out there and said, he said, if they want to do it to a president, a former president of the United States, you think that they're not going to do it to you. And people may think like, well, we didn't break any laws. And we're like, hold on. You know that they're going to hire 87,000 IRS auditors. Guys, they're not going to go after the rich. What happens with the rich folks is that they got attorneys, they got CPAs.
They're the ones that check off that extra protection when they do their trooper tax.
Yes, you don't. I
that
don't.
audit protection.
They're not coming after the big wigs, Sam. They're coming after middle class people.
What, they're gonna come after all the people that declare dependents that they're not their children.
A small business owner, Mexicans. That's what they're going to come after. You know, so people may go out there and go like, "Oh, great, 87,000 guys." IRS
That's quite a bit.
Nuts. That's crazy, man. Someone was telling me that they were getting ready to apply for a IRS auditing job, that they were going to pay in the upwards of $35 an hour. That's making twice as much as what welders make in Brownsville. See how I segue?
Complete circle.
People get brainwashed by the media, unfortunately. They twist the words of the politicians who are trying to make a change for the health people. Exact same thing that KRGV reporter and the arena. Yes,
Dude, it's so crazy how people just go with one sentence that they say and they just go full blown with it.
berserk. That's the media, guys. I do not trust the media. I do not like the media. I don't care. I've been on the receiving end. I've been, and I've mentioned this constantly.
On different aspects.
Yeah, I've mentioned this regularly. The district attorney, local district attorney, and the state of Texas, they use the full force of their office to come after Erasmo for a Class B misdemeanor. A Class B misdemeanor. They have not used one single resource to go after Adela Garza. After FBI showed,
But wasn't there like a connection though
yeah,
with Adela Garza and his wife or something like that? Or his wife with somebody else
Adela
with one
Garza,
of the groups? Huh?
Adela Garza. Oh yeah, well, the district attorney's wife was out there, and the district attorney was out there wearing an Adela Garza shirt.
Do you think that's why they didn't go after her?
Again, guys, FBI produced video, audio, and pictures. Nothing. Nothing. You know, what more do you want? But commit a Class B misdemeanor, the full force of the district attorney's office. So let me tell you guys,
If they would only be like that with the rest of the people with DWIs.
can you imagine? They couldn't, they wouldn't. And look, folks, to everyone out there, think about what if it would happen to you. What if all of a sudden, look, I don't know what people's situation, but let's say, folks, that le caías mal uh, al district attorney, and all of a sudden CPS comes to your house. Well, we got some reports, you know, and the district attorney is willing to prosecute, and they go out there and take your kids at in the middle of the night, and throw you in jail for a couple of days. And look, and people might go like, "That's what that would never happen." It happens regularly. And look at what happened to the Pepto Wall tagger. It's exactly what happened to her. That's what she claims. That four police officers rushed into her house, took her out, seeing
For tagging.
no bras. None of them had bra, not even the police officers. No bras. Pulled her out of her house, arrested her, threw her in jail for tagging a wall.
And they hold her there for a while, right? It was
And
quite
it
a
hold there
while.
for a while. So again, don't think that it can't happen to you. It can happen to anyone here. Start to disagree with and start to complain about what's happening around you, and you're going to get singled out. Look again, guys. Is that I'm waiting for the day for someone to come up and say, well, they filed some complaints against you at Arsenal stuff. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And of course,
I'm waiting for you to discriminate that kid.
I got heartburn. In accordance with drought conditions confirmed by Texas Division of Emergency Management, Cameron County is declared an area of disaster, stated in a press release. Well, let me tell you, part of the problem is
that just a way to get funds?
They put us here. The lack of resources that have not been used for infrastructure, for the Weir Dam, for foreseeing the things that we're going to be going through, guys. That falls on them, the politicians, because Sam, they tend to use all these resources on pet projects, on things that put money into their pocket. Can you imagine if all the and I'm just going to make a quick little mention of this, and I'm going to use the city as an example. We lost $750,000 on Ciclovia. We lost $1 million at the city manager's office. We lost $3.5 million on sultans. We lost God how knows how much over there with the generators at the FEMA dome. We lost $70,000 on these lights downtown that are horrible. Can you imagine if all that money we lost $10 million that was sent to downtown? Can you imagine all that money, guys, being
Used
used?
correctly.
Yeah, being used to fix the streets, being used
Did they
for
already fix the lights in downtown or no?
no,
They're
not
still
yet.
there, like all
Still,
messed up.
still bunched up. Uh, they lost $375,000 on that stupid Crossroads gig. They're always losing money, guys. All that money put together, if it would have been used to better Brownsville, to help the zoo, wouldn't we just be in a better place? So now Eddie Trevino, Trey Mendez, and all these people, PUB is out there regularly saying, conserve water. And my response always is, screw you. You put us in this mess. You gave yourselves raises, the top three people at PUB. You were the ones that promoted the tenacity mess. You, you were the ones in the middle of a downfall, decided to build yourself a bigger, better building, $65 million building. How does that help the people of Brownsville? And Sam, remember that picture of that crazy crap that they're putting at the bus barn?
Yeah,
How does that help the people of Brownsville? It makes it look prettier.
and I know they try to justify it by posting a picture of like, oh, it was a grant and I don't know what. But I think they need to focus on their priorities.
Why
I
can't
don't know
we
what
get
their priorities are, but
why
it's the
can't we
city's
get the right
priorities.
grants? You know? Why can't we get Edwin Barrera? You know? To start asking for grants for the city of Brownsville. Doing such a great job, got his job back at BISD. And to everyone out there, I told you so. Has any Brownsville city official hustled and applied for the bipartisan raise grants? Arlington got millions. No. And it didn't
Even if they got millions, they're just gonna like mishandle them.
and it didn't come from Mayra Flores. And see, that's what bothers me about politicians. I want the truth. You know?
Yeah,
I don't want you taking credit for something that you didn't do. You know? And I don't
because
want
I
you
know they asked her. I don't know if she clarified it or not.
well,
I know they commented on it.
well, I don't want politicians to put up posts to make you believe something that's not true. You know? I want politicians that are always going to tell us the truth. You know?
Yeah,
That's what I want.
to be straightforward.
Yeah. Look, I can and I wish, guys, I wish there was something like I ran against Daniela Lopez. I wish I could say something about Daniela Lopez, say like, well, she did something. And I would. She's done nothing. And AOBE, AFT, or Best, and all of them could go kiss all the buttholes out there on the board. More power to y'all guys. If that's what you want to be known for, kissing the butt of all these people, more power to you. They've done nothing. Nothing.
They're just happy with the. Oh, we'll get back to you on that. Oh well, thank you for giving us that answer.
Let me write that down. I'll get back to you that. I'll get back to you that. Absolutely no answers whatsoever except what she was prepared for. And how is that any different to when she first ran for office? Nothing. School is starting, so train is right around the corner. The rain coming all week, and more car wash business opening up soon. Let me say, guys, uh, Money laundering? I couldn't help but notice
You're
today.
like everything's money laundering.
Oh,
I don't know. Mhm.
I couldn't help but notice today. You should fix the plastic underneath your Fiat. I don't have time. I know exactly what you're talking about.
From the
There's
yellow one.
no for my white Fiat.
Oh,
On the yellow one también se le cayó, pero on my white one se está cayendo. I, you know,
is that oil change flap? Oil change cover.
I just don't have the time, but I do want to. Guys, for the 38 people on YouTube, like that damn page, please. It's extroverted introvert, Sam. Tamara.
No, it's like a single word. I could have sworn it was a because I know extro introvert is like um I guess social and extro is like you're antisocial. But there's like a it combines both. I'm not too sure. I know my niece was telling me about all these words, how she is like doesn't like people but she'll socialize.
Crazy stuff. I think I've actually heard extrovert introvert. Uh, let's see. Also, thoughts on the droughts in Monterrey? Asking because I know you travel there a lot with a dentist, and I hope he keeps you wet. I'm more concerned with him drying me up after he gets me wet, but that's for another day. Uh, Let me say I'm actually going to Monterrey this week, but
No no llenas.
but we're actually going to a soccer match, and let me say, guys,
The
uh,
one from the
Tigres.
females Chivas
Oh,
contra Milan.
no, that's Brownsville. Brownsville can't get anything but get the female players. They'll be out there tomorrow.
Did you see that media press?
No,
Bro, it was to cry for.
what happened?
It was just a couple of people there.
No one's out there, guys. No one is going to be out there.
They're dying for people to go and show up. They
Yeah,
were like, "Oh, you can be there when they get here. Oh, you can be there for like their training or their practice. Oh, and you could." They're
no,
dying to get people to go to that game.
because again, these people are so out of touch with our
But
folks.
if they what they should have done, they should have connected with those soccer leagues around here and like maybe give them free passes. And if you give the kids free passes, the parents will have to go and pay because they're taking them.
Again,
But they don't think that way.
no offense to anyone out there. I'm going to guarantee you that the soccer leagues here, the guys' soccer leagues, are not going to go want to watch the girls.
Yeah, but like let's say you had like a little kids female soccer.
I don't think that we have a young small
They
kid.
have like a the what's it called co-ed, don't they?
No clue. But I am going to Monterrey this weekend. I'm going to go watch us at Los Tigres allá en el estadio,
Contra
and
quién?
but I'm going to stay at a hotel, and the hotels in Monterrey they have water. It's the people that don't have water. It's horrible. But I think one of the things that I read was that Brownsville is planning to ship water over there. I'm going like,
Brownsville, particularly.
yeah, and I'm going like, what about us?
That makes no
Hey,
sense.
Mo did not come to see me when I was in San Antonio.
There's business meetings. You don't know that.
No business meeting. It's more
Ambivert.
ambivert.
That's the word. Ambivert.
Ambivert. That's a cool
Yeah.
word, actually. Uh, no business meeting is more important than seeing Erasmo Castro, Baba. So my crush on you is dead. Good evening. How can the city start a recycling program? $15 a month in our town has trash all over. Just drive through frontage roads in front of McDonald's, frontage roads on Boca Chica. What?
That's because people are nasty and disgusting and lazy and
Who,
trashy.
who told me this today? They made mention of this today that how, oh, I think I remember now, how it is just so dirty on the frontage roads. And I actually passed by because I
Hey,
did,
I want to say because of the wind.
no, it's been there for
No.
a while.
Oh.
Guys, and this is one of the things that I think it was always concerning to me. You know how that Channel 23 has the faded sign, todo feo, todo chambusqueado? I mean, they had that chamusqueal for ages. Guys,
Yeah.
if you're driving through Brownsville, that looks like crap. And look, you know, you get into Brownsville and you start to see the hotels, the Sunrise Mall, and a couple of things. You go like, oh, and then you cross that, and then you start going like, oh,
Once you pass 802, it's like downhill.
it is. Well, it's kind of a trippy deal because you're coming in from Rancho Viejo, and then it starts to look like crap, and then and like, oh, now Sunrise Mall area, you know, Pablo Quisel area, you know, you start to see businesses for ah
Morrison,
yeah, and then all of a sudden, you know, you cross 802. It's scary.
you cross 802, and then you just see the bar.
I still let him.
Yes. Still hiring. Come
You
on,
should,
people, go apply.
you should see all the trash that is in the new neighborhood being built besides Veterans High School. Tons of trash going to the fields and going to the drainage ditch. 100%. And again, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's
Yeah.
horrible. Erasmo, door knocks. Who is it? In a Mexican voice. It's Luis Sainz. Open the door. Wait, I'm naked. El payaso Luis Sainz así te quiere pescar. Te quiere pescar en las tatanacas. People have been designed to think we need politicians to represent the community. And because of that, people vote for those that deliver the best platform of success. But in reality, those people, the people that are voted, take that money. Sometimes something that's too advanced for people to of low education to understand. What I understand is that you didn't go see me in San Antonio.
Like, I understand what he's trying to say. What makes it is like the people who build the city, not the politicians, which is understandable.
Well, it's
But
like
politicians have a huge say so on what happens and what doesn't happen.
Jefferson Starship said. We built this city.
Exactly.
We built this city on.
Rock and roll.
He did know it.
I
Daniela,
was traumatized on that.
uh, let me say, Watson. No, I would say like doable.
That's point of perspective. It's like
Yeah,
whatever floats your boat.
yeah, I would say doable.
Because we seen you say if that person's hot or this person's hot, and those are very iffy.
I've said that.
Yes. No, like you will say like a certain person's hot or cute or whatever, and
I think to me, I think Viola Davis is amazing. Viola Davis is. I would I would marry Viola Davis in a second if she take me. She is so
you
drop.
didn't shoot your shot.
She's drop dead beautiful. I love her. I love everything she does. I have a mad crush on Viola Davis. She's coming out in this new movie. I don't know if you've seen the preview, Sam. It's called The Warrior Queen or something. A Woman King. I can't remember.
No, I have not. I
But
haven't seen
it's
any previous.
this tribe of women warriors, Warrior King.
Oh, is that that Xena movie?
Huh?
Is that the Xena movie?
The-
Xena, Xena. Xena, the woman, the warrior.
No, no,
No.
not Xena. This is actually it's actually a historic based on historic principle about these African warriors, we female warriors that fought against I would say the British invasion. I think by the previews, I haven't looked it up, but she's amazing. I love Viola Davis and everything that she does. Uh, Daniela is not, to me, is not hot. I mean, it's okay, pasable, but que diga yo like, wow, no, not like that.
I'm like, pasa para el valle. Like it's.
You know,
that's that's
after
horrible, dude. That's horrible.
after 4 or 5 drinks, like big drinks. I follow the money on that water deal. I'm sure everyone's PUB bill are paying for that little project. It's crazy.
Like, don't they have like a little project or little deal with SpaceX too? Like they deliver water over there to SpaceX.
Yeah, every day. Driving through Brownsville does look like crap because I did 2 weeks ago. Plus, Sunrise Mall is dying. Mira, viene para Brownsville. He doesn't even visit. I go.
Another X.
I
Strike
know.
two.
Yeah, yeah. It's over between you and me. I go all the way to San Antonio to visit him. Me tira loco. Why is Brownsville getting rid of historical housing projects like the Villa Verde? Those buildings withstood hurricanes. Um, I don't. I didn't like them. You know. I'm glad that they're tearing them down.
They just gotta be remodeled after so many years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think at this point, Peter, remodeling them is probably going to be as expensive as building new ones on there.
Yeah.
And I didn't like them. They look like
Like some things should be remodeled, like the chicken coop.
uh, they look like detention camp, uh, detention barracks. Like
What the projects?
yeah, like concentration camps. They looked horrible. Yeah, I mean, back in the '70s, they were okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
remember.
aren't they making like different projects, looking them differently, like the apartments there on McDavid?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, let me tell you, a lot of the apartments on McDavid that are projects look better than a lot of the apartments out there at Brownsville Country Club, guys.
Yeah.
Not even joking. Really. And Brownsville Country Club is another one of those things that has deteriorated to crap. It looks like crap. It's going to be the next VICC. I don't even think that they call VICC anymore because it's just such a piece of crap. They let it go to crap. VICC is an eyesore. It's horrible. And the Brownsville Country Club, pa allá van, pa toda la
I don't know who's in charge of all those like palmas that are falling in this floor.
yeah,
I don't know who's in charge. Who is in charge of like all those like palm leaves or whatever you call them?
it's crazy.
You know how it's surrounded by palm trees, right?
Yeah, it's horrible.
And then it dries out, and then they're all falling and stuff.
No, and no one cleans that crap.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, VICC looks like crap. Have you seen the streets out there? Parece que andas en Matamoros. No offense to Matamoros. What's more pathetic is people that live outside of Brownsville trying to tell us how to run the show here, but they can't run their own show here. What a bunch of hypocrisy. Not trying.
What was his name? The previous guy.
Watson is. You want to share a quick name? Chambusqueado is a Southmost word. It's chambusqueado.
Yes.
That's why we know it so well. I got a new PP stick.
Pew pew stick.
Oh, pew pew. You know where my mind is at. Pew 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 pew. A real M16 to go with a collection. Sweet. I want to go out there and shoot it at the ranch one of these days. Brownsville Country Club is stuck in the '70s. Yeah, it looks horrible. Well, I think Brownsville Country Club is still in the '80s. VICC is in the '70s. VICC gacho bad. I don't think even people from VICC go back to look for their houses at VICC.
Like the Rancho Viejo houses are pretty nice,
Well, Rancho,
but they're like way out there.
yeah, Rancho Viejo is maintained because they've stopped developers from building more like they just did recently. That helps. Erasmo, maybe John White is right about Mexicans. I don't know what you're referring to. Brownsville Country was, yeah, I do not know what you're talking about. I don't think John White has ever mentioned anything adverse about Mexicans. And I know John White. Let me say, guys, I think one of the things that we were going to we'll mention it. Look, guys, we mentioned it a little bit on it in regards to going back and forth in regards to the $5 million that are coming over to Harlingen. More power to Harlingen, guys. It's not coming from Ida Flores. It isn't. And
And I bet you anything, man, they'll make a better use of it than in Brownsville.
And that's what's even worse. I really saw a post, and again, I don't care for the pandering. Uh, a post about Maida speaking with city officials about the bus stop situation. Thanks, but
Like now we just gotta wait and see the results.
it's something that we've been fighting for years. But there's a post on Reddit and on Benchwire, and now we're going to get individuals out there talking about it.
And everybody was tagging the city. I'm like, they should know by now that they're being tagged like in hundreds of pages or hundreds of
Yeah.
posts at least.
Está bien, bule. I, I, I don't think I've ever used it anywhere other than Brownsville. How about I got another one. Es que el vatos no snapea. You heard that one, Sam?
Yeah.
No snapea el vato. He fits the classical phenotype of a full-fledged wrench. Yes, but how strange that. Oh, I think I missed that comment. Did I? Oh, who is that fruitcake? Snelson. This is the Snelson here. Yes, but how strange that John White is against people fighting for our people of color white. Sam,
But
translate for me.
yes, but how strange that Shanghai is against people fighting for people of color. I
White.
have no I can't.
Try that again, Roscoe, because I don't think white is considered a color. It's just white. Color brown.
Okay, go
Uh,
back to the other one.
but how strange that John White is against people fighting for our people of color brown. I think you're white, no?
You know
Roscoe?
what? It's funny because I was just arguing about that. Not arguing, but kind of like having a discussion about that. Because, like, let's say you, when you're with around other Mexicans, you're the blanquito, you're the white one, right? So you're like, oh, you're not too tan or whatever. So you're like the white one. But when you're around white people, you're still Hispanic because you're the darker white one. So you're neither Mexican nor white.
Uh,
But it was just some little topic that there were this. I had seen in a video how there are like different spectrums of Hispanics. But it's totally off. But
uh,
I don't know what that Roscoe guy is, or girl. I don't know who's talking. Um, I don't know what the point was of that comment. Like, how is he defending? That's not his picture. You think that John White is that person? He is not. Because I think maybe Roscoe's a new person
yes.
and is trying to connect the dots. But no, John White is not that Superman Mexican looking person.
What is your prediction on Drew Brown BI's the election? Drew Brown is a piece of crap. Drew Brown is a racist piece of crap who was in bed with Sylvia Atkinson to steal millions of dollars from our children. So Drew Brown could rot in hell.
But imagine if they actually used that money correctly there in BASD from all that money that had been lost.
Well,
Imagine how many more programs or a performance arts center we would have.
listen, think of the $135 million from Tenasca. Think of the $1 million there, $1 million over here, $1 million over here. All
It
that.
adds up, man. It adds up, and would have been a better off state there in Brownsville.
How strange it is that John White's goes against people who defend people of color brown. I think that's kind of racist calling Mexicans color brown.
They are brown color, yes.
Yeah, because
Like according to like white people or according to everybody else, Mexicans are color of people, brown.
yeah, I don't.
If you're like a Latinx person, but if you're Hispanic, if you're from the valley, We wouldn't consider ourselves brown.
Yeah,
We're just Mexican.
can someone correct me if I'm wrong, but calling Mexicans brown, color brown, is a racist statement?
Not really, because you call African Americans blacks,
No, but they again, that's
and they're not really like. If you ask them, okay, what part of Africa are you from? They would not know diddly squat. You just
well,
assume that they're from Africa, but just
but
because they're
listen,
black,
black people call themselves black.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
black.
yeah, but brown Mexicans don't call each other browns. That's the difference.
We call each other blanquita y gordita y morenita.
¡Eh, güera! ¿Dónde está la güera?
Oye, güera, toda morena con el cabello todo quemado.
El mendigo nopal en la frente. And
Con los
Roscoe
highlights del Dollar Tree.
major highlights. And I can say that because I'm Mexican.
Oh my god! But it's because we take it more, I guess, more lightly. You know, we do the whole name callings. We don't take an offense to it.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else takes offense to any little thing. But Hispanics, we joke about each other. You know.
Drew Brown versus Erasmo Castro. Let me tell you, if I was not running for county commissioner, I would run against Drew Brown just to call her out on her crap.
But there's already like 8 other people now in the ballot, or that are planning on running. There's like 20 people trying to run for BASD.
I'm hoping that they decide to stay in. There is no shame on being of color.
Yeah, because you're kind of like, what would you say, peachy?
You're white. And your girlfriend.
Not really, because I've been next to white people. Like, I work with people from England, and I'm not white.
And
this is what I was telling you earlier. Like, when you're next to a white person, we're not white. And we're next to Mexicans or Hispanics, I'm not quite Hispanic or quite brown. So, but it's funny. I'll send you a link of that thing. It was like a Latinx video of like different shades of Hispanics. From the Afro Hispanics, like the Afro Hispanics, and then like the white Hispanics.
It's horrible. There's no shame in being of color.
But in reality, everybody's unique in their own way. There's no need to be like ashamed of anything. But I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. But I just say everybody should just embrace whatever they are.
Your girlfriend there, Roscoe, she looks kind of white.
I thought that was a commissioner. I'm like half blind. I took one of my contacts off.
You just see with one eye. Erasmo is white.
De las nalgas.
Let me tell you, my nalgas are mega white. Damn, you're not. There are Mexicans from Mexico that are white with colored eyes. Yeah. Monterrey, Guadalajara, Veracruz, all over.
They're tall, white, with green eyes, long hair, blondish.
Aquí se llaman a los morenos. Color brown.
But there's all types of people. And you know what's funny, man? It's always going to be the North. No matter where you're at, the North, whoever's to the north of you is always going to be the better off. And the South is going to be like the little bit, like less better off or like less fortunate. It is like that no matter where you're at. It's like that in Texas, and it's like that like in the whole country, and it's like that in Mexico.
Yeah. Color brown. During our service, we were taco vendors. There are Mexicans, Hispanics darker than black people. I'm one of them. No, I'm not being racist. Yeah, you're dark, bro. Tú estás negro. Damn, how do you know John White doesn't identify as a black Superman?
He can identify as whatever he wants.
He can identify as a woman if he wants. It's never too late to stand your ground. Let's just do the right thing. Drew Brown is racist and a piece of crap. Stop calling people racist. Drew Brown is a piece of crap.
You should unify the growth of the community, Erasmo.
Roscoe should be happy. This is the most comments he's ever gotten on a post. What the hell happened?
El
my,
Cucuy.
my life? No,
Someone's trying to say hi. How you doing?
whites have whites have a Mexican nationality like you, Erasmo. I am black super in all the right
From the
places.
waist up.
Yeah. Okay, abajo, ni de ch- but the majority are brown of Spanish and Native American descent. Souls are colorless and blood is red. Hello. Ah, Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger. Roscoe Stelson, you are a racist when you supported Louis Soros. I don't care for them either. Uh, our hour is
Well,
up.
you guys have a great night.
Guys, have a great evening. Social distancing, hand sanitizer. You're still going to go that cap. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless. Wait, I got one last comment. You have white, blue eye Mexicans with white. Yeah, 100%. God bless, guys. See you tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning.